Hey, what's up everybody, Nexel here. Today we are playing Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, and I am going to be doing some pulls today pretty much. So there's a few things that happened in the past day. Let's go over just pretty much some quick stuff here. So, starting today, we got a new high score challenge event, which means they skipped the Shan Yu one, which I was kind of excited for because I really love Mulan, the movie. So I'm kind of sad that they got rid of that. They're probably going to release it in a banner like they have in the past. But we got the Lion, Sora, and Simba medal, which is, as some people may know already, just a huge tanking medal. Like, it's completely crazy at 7 stars. So the max multiplier at 6 stars is going to be 27.72. It's going to cost 9 gauges. And it's only going to deal 11 hits, meaning that this is not going to restore any gauges like past random target medals that we've gotten before that were heavy hitters, like Illustrated Diz was one of them. I think King Triton gives some gauges back. I'm not really sure. I don't use them too much. But the point is, this thing is just strictly punching bag stuff. This is strictly to deal some damage, and that's it. It has a heavy gauge cost, so pretty much if you don't have those 9 gauges for activation, you better figure out something to have them in order to activate this medal. But the point is, we have a new high score challenge, which is awesome because I feel like they're skimping out on the events and they're just giving us banners, which is part of why I kind of stepped away a bit. I was like, all right, this is just a cash grab. You know, I'm not actually playing the game, I'm just pulling. So it's nice to have a high score challenge, especially one that's actually pretty liberal with the medals that you can use for percentage. So you've got the Young Xehanort, you've got Aiza and Lee, you've got the Phantom, both versions, both the 7-star and the 6-star version. Same with the Syx Plus, you can use the 7-star and the 6-star version. The Illustrated Axel Prime, the Key Art 17 Prime, both Buzz and Woody are fair game. And then the EX medals that they released on this most recent special EX medal banner, which is honestly not very good right now, but yeah, that's the high score challenge stuff. There's quite a few bonus medals, and it's super nice that they released a banner where you can just draw into stuff that will give you percentage medals. That's just super nice. But again, I think it's bait banner. So let's go ahead and take a look at said bait banner. So draw 3 times a day to get an EX medal. Now, essentially, looking at the pool right away, there's very few things in this entire setup that'll be useful to you. So Sephiroth EX, unfortunately, that's just out the window. Tier 5. Unless you can 7-star that thing, it's pretty hard to justify getting it at this point. HC Era, you're going to need pretty much 5 Tier 7 Blue Fairies to make that useful, so that's sort of out the window because a lot of people have a hard time even just getting, like, Tier 5s, Tier 6s. Like, that's hard enough. To ask for a Tier 7 is kind of stretching it for a lot of players. Same deal with the Mickey. It's nice that it deals, like, ignores attribute damage, which means it's super effective every single time, but at the same time, again, the damage is nerfed because it only comes as a 6-star. If any of these came as like 7 stars, yeah, awesome, amazing. I would pull into this banner 3 times a day for as many jewels that I had, but since they're all 6-star, it's kind of like it takes a lot of effort to build them back up. Arguably, the only medals that are worth it in this deal are going to be the 2 stained glass ones, and then Sora and Kairi EX. And the reason the stained glass ones will be good is because for people that don't have, like, KHUX Plus or Xian EX Plus, it kind of fills the gap for PvP where you don't have enough buffering medals. You can throw, like, a defense boost on them, you can throw a defense boost max on them, so you can use them as great support in case you don't have enough buffing medals. But aside from that, they're not damage dealers at tier 6 alone, or not tier 6, at 6 stars alone. They really need to be at that 7-star version for any medal to essentially deal the damage that you want it to deal nowadays. Sora and Kairi EX, I'd still argue, is definitely one of the best tier 7s just because it resets the counters, and that can be super useful for some people. Like, even in this most recent Syx quest, it's kind of a weird place because Syx had like a low hit counter, meaning that even if you reset it, it could actually bounce back and hit you if you got the counter above what it was originally. But it's still a very, very useful utility that you don't see with any other medal. So I still argue that that is a really good medal, and not to say that it's also one of my personal favorites. So would I pull for this? I probably wouldn't, to be honest. I just don't think it's worth the gamble. Like, let's take a look at the draw odds. That's really going to be what sells us for any sort of banner. So the draw odds, let's go ahead and skip all the way to the bottom because we don't worry about the stuff that's not guaranteed right now. So the things that are useful, essentially you have, what is that? That's like 11% for the stained glass, and then you add that to the 15% for a Sora and Kyrie EX. So that's like a 26% chance you'll pull anything that's relatively useful for you at this point in the game. So it's not worth it. I mean, it's like pulling from the once a day banner, except you're using 3,000 jewels versus 1,000. So it's really hard to justify pulling for this banner unless you're like super new, and we're talking so new that like you have 0 buffer medals, which is just it's impossible since there's the newcomer deal. So I honestly can't justify pulling for this banner right now. I haven't given it any thought really. I just started talking about it the minute that we looked at it just now. But I couldn't justify looking at this, or I couldn't justify pulling from this banner just because the chances of you getting something that are like even relatively useful for you are really slim. Those are jewels you could be saving for something like building up on a Prime Mercy. That's something you could be saving for Kyrie EX plus Mercy, a Xion EX plus Mercy. That's like 9 different avatar boards that you can get that comes with amazing skills. So it's kind of hard to justify from this banner, especially since the cost is not worth what you're potentially getting out of it. So if I got like Sephiroth EX on this, it's like awesome, because Sephiroth EX is a cool medal, but in terms of usefulness in the game, it's pretty low tier stuff. So that's the 2 new stuff we got for today. It's kind of weird. I actually didn't plan on analyzing the 2 things, but we'll talk about the high score challenge a little bit more in depth later when I actually do my runs for it. I want to do these pulls first. So let's talk about PvP. So today marked the end of the PvP results, and here's where I ended up at. So this was actually the first time I ever got in the top 1,000, which is super exciting. I've never really had the ability to pull a gold and 2 silver, so this is actually really exciting. But I don't know, I still feel very iffy about PvP because it's a great addition to the game, because it's like the ultimate challenge, putting players against players. It's like essentially the best that's out there is the best player that's out there. But because they tied it in with tickets, that's where it kind of goes straight down the drain for me, because tickets are the new meta. There's essentially no way of getting around the idea that you need good tickets in order to get good medals, in order to play the game, essentially. So I don't know how I feel about it. It's super nice that I got this rank, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I feel still very mixed about PvP. But anyways, that was my rank. And then jumping back to the high score challenge a little bit, since that is active right now, and the Phantom does count towards the percent, I am definitely finishing up my pulls for this. I had all intentions to go 5 deep into this one. So without further ado, which one do we go for first? Let's go for the tickets first. So let's hit up our bronze tickets, just see what we get real quick, because we're building up a stack of these. Oh man, oh, the luck is booty right now. 3 tier 1s and 2 tier 2s. Okay, let's see if our luck turns around. I'm hoping it'll turn around somewhere towards the end when we're actually pulling for good stuff. All right, booty again with the 3 tier 1s and then the 2 tier 2s. So that's not super good, considering I think your ratio should be, if I remember the stats correctly, it should be 2 tier 1s, 2 tier 2s, and 1 tier 3. It should be your minimum hit. So like this is kind of like an average-ish kind of bronze ticket. But again, for the most part, bronze tickets don't really matter for much, since all they're used for is like tier 1s to tier 3s. And tier 3s are arguably useful for some people still, just because, like, again, you work with the best you got in this game, because they don't really give us much. So tier 3s can arguably still be useful, but again, the meta is really just moving towards that tier 5 plus meta, which is super unfortunate in terms of like the mechanics of the game. Yeah, it's like what my big rant video is about, honestly, was this game. So we're back to booty luck with the 3 tier 1s and the 2 tier 2s. So let's see how our silver works out. Again, just looking at the draw odds for silvers, it's not very good. You've got a coin flip chance of getting a tier 3, which you could get from bronze tickets. You've got a quarter of a chance to get a tier 4, and then essentially a quarter of a chance to get anything particularly useful for you moving forward towards the future. So we'll see how this works out. It'd be super sweet if I could get another tier 8 fairy, because I actually have never 7-starred a tier 8, so this is where I'm at right now in terms of like tier 5, 6, 7s, and 8s that are 7-starred. So it'd be super nice to be able to get a tier 8 just for purposes. It'd be nice to have. So we'll see how it goes. Let's see if we can pull some magic here. Here we go. Our first silver ticket. Let's hope for at least like a 5. I feel like I don't get my hopes too high up for silver because like last week I got 4 tier 3s and 1 tier 4, which was booty. So we got, oh, we got a 7. Nice. All right, so we got a 4, a 5, and a 7, which is actually pretty decent, to be perfectly honest. Anything that's above essentially tier 4 is worth it because the silver ticket is the baseline for getting tier 4. So that was actually pretty good. I'm actually really happy with that. Let's see. Again, we're looking for 1/8. We just need one more tier 8 blue fairy in order to get our first tier 8. I don't know what I'd want it to be at this point, but we have some options. So let's see what we got. Oh, there it is. There it is to spite me again. Oh, man. Ooh. Square Enix, I don't know why you haven't gotten rid of tier 3s and silver tickets. It's just, oh, that hurts. Especially since some people only get 1 silver ticket from PvP. Like, I feel like it's just doing it dirty. Okay, we got 1 gold ticket. Here's our draw odds. We have a 10% chance of getting a tier 8 blue fairy, which is still super low. Like, a 10% chance, that's really low. So let's see how we do. Let's hope we can avoid those 5s as much as possible. And here we go. All right, we got to do it. Gotta do the thing. We're going to just close our eyes, cross our fingers, hope for the best, hope for when we open our eyes, there's going to be that tier 8 blue fairy looking back at us, being like, here you go. Here's your 1. Where Spider-Man goes, everyone gets 1. Oh, ooh, that hurts. That is, ooh, that is a painful thing to see. That's a gold ticket. So for people that, you know, don't get gold tickets very often, know that that is what can happen to you. So we are still short on tier 8s. Where are we at right now? So we've got 2 tier 4s, we've got 9 tier 5s, and we are short on 6, 7, and 8. We have literally, we are 1 away from each one of those. Oh my gosh, that hurts quite a bit. Oh my gosh, show me some love, Union Cross. All right, so we've got, now we're gonna finish up this video with 3 pulls from the Phantom deal. I'd have no regrets pulling from this because as long as you can Mercy the Phantom and guarantee that you can get it, it's honestly worth it because copy medals never go out of style. Ever. Like, I still use my tier 5 HC nominee from like, I can't even say years ago. The game's only been out for like 2 years. Like a year ago, a year and a few months ago. So copy medals never go out of style. At the very least, you can always throw them in your pet slot. And having a forward reverse green copy medal is very, very good. It cleans up a lot of holes in a lot of keyblades. So enough yapping, let's go ahead and do our pulls. So here's our first one. Hopefully we can recover from that really bad string of just fairy tickets. Oh man, that hurts a little bit. I got 1 tier 7, that's the guarantee. And then, oh wait, what did we get? Oh, nice. Okay, I can't argue with that. So we got 2 tier 7s, which is super nice. We have Illustrated Kyrie, and then we have the Genie. Unfortunately, we did not get the Phantom Medal yet, but we've got a Tifa and Aerith. All right, cool. That's fine. That's a pretty okay-ish draw. Let's see if we can get a Prime Medal. Actually, that'd be super sweet if we could just magically whip into a 7-star Prime Medal right here. Even a 6-star Prime Medal would be super sweet. So here we go. Next one, we've got a 7-star Upright. And do we get anything else? No, we got nothing else. Ooh. Yes, that's what you want to see. Oh, this game is just not showing me any love today. Or ever? Question mark? I feel like ever is appropriate for where we're at in Union Cross right now. All right, here we go. Last one. Eyes closed. Fingers crossed. Here we go. It didn't work out for us on the green fairy, the gold ticket, but let's see if we can make it happen just once tonight. And then some extra traits on the Phantom. Here we go. We're gonna get... okay. Not what we want to see. We got no primes, which is kind of not good. We did get 2 tier 7s, or 2 7 stars, which is going to help us with our sub slots, which is always really nice. Those are fairies you don't need to spend. We did get our Phantom, which comes 5 orbed, which is super nice. And then we got our trait medal. So that's our last pull for the Phantom, I believe. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that was it. Let's go ahead, shift over to our medal list, and then let's do our traits for our Phantom. All right, here it is, 8, imitation, and all right, here we go. Let's lock that up first so that we don't regret anything happening to this medal. All right, here we go. Let's hope for some good stuff. Let's try our very darndest. Okay, let's unlock these guys, because I don't think I'm going to pull a second Phantom. I don't think my odds for that are super high. And I'd rather try and sink a bunch of traits into one Phantom and have a really, really good traded copy medal. So let's hope for ground, aerial, extra attack, or damage and raids. That's the goal for today. So here we go. We've met, like, not too many of our goals today. So let's see if we can wrap this up with a nice little bow and finish out our night with some good traits. All right, first is the guilt roll. We got 195, not bad. Over 200 is pretty much where you want to be, especially since we're in a guild campaign. But usually, again, our bad guilds are followed by good trades. So let's see what we got. For our trait, we get... yeah, that's what you want to see. Damage and raids. Okay, so at this point, we're either looking for triple damage and raids, or we are looking for... a set of ground, aerial, and extra attack. So we have 2 directions that we want to go right now. All right, here it is. Next one. Let's do it. Let's see if we could pull some good stuff. So we're going to guilt roll again. And if it's low, it's good. If it's high, probably not. 210, so plus 15. So that's 15 magic mirrors saved. But still on the lowish end for a tier 8. So let's see what we got. Yeah, we're 2 for 2, guys. We are 2 for 2. Damage and raids and aerial is nothing to laugh at, for sure. All right, here we go. We got 3 traits left. Let's hope for the best. Let's hope we can get extra attack, because extra attack on any copy medal is instantly broken. All right, here we go. For our guilt roll, we've got... Ooh, oh no, max guilt. Okay, we are... scared now. We are scared for our trait roll. Here it is. Oh gosh, I don't want to see this, because usually it goes the opposite way. Oh, yep. There it is. There it is. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, max gauges. Not bad, because on missing ache, it'll help improve our gauge situation, but just not what you want to see. On copy medals, you want to see, like, perfect traits, because they copy other medals. So here we go. Oh boy. See, now we can't use our guilt as a determinant of what our trait's going to be. So here it is, our trait. Oh, please, please, be something good. Something good. Something good. Give us something good. Ooh! 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 Ooh, I feel this. I feel this right now. Let's get rid of gauges. So this is our first copy medal that has aerial and ground on it. So that is going to be super, super helpful, especially in Coliseum, since it's essentially necessary to have aerial and ground. So let's see if we can wrap this video up with perfect Coliseum traits, which is going to be ground, aerial, and extra attack. All right, here we go. If we got extra attack on this, it would save everything. Everything would infinitely be saved right now. All right, here we go. Whew, all right, come on. Give us the extra attack. Fingers crossed, eyes closed. We see the light. We see the light. And we're going to see extra attack when we open our eyes. Here we go. Not extra attack. It's ground. But I am still okay with this. So we will drop the ground, and we will keep damage and raids, aerial enemy defense, and ground enemy defense, because this is still, it's not broken for any particular thing, but it's still really, 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 really useful. It's hard to say what skill I would give this, because ideally, if it was triple damage and raids, you'd give it attack boost 5 max and Lux++. Or if it was extra attack, aerial, and ground, you would give it like an attack boost 7 max or something like that. But this is still really good. I still really love the setup. It's going to be super helpful for us in the future moving forward, especially since, again, the reverse green forward copy medal, it's going to be super useful for us, especially since it costs nothing to activate. If I remember its gauge cost correctly. Yeah, 0 gauges. So it's going to take me some time to figure out what skill I want to put on this thing. I'm thinking of slapping a, not a Lux skill on it, a max skill on it, because the damage defense, or the defense down is going to be way more useful with this medal. With the damage and raids kind of adding like a little bit extra support. But that's it for now. Those are my pulls for the day. Luckily, our Phantom came through for us in the end and saved us from bad ticket draws, essentially. But I can't argue, because to be honest, I am super grateful that I got the chance to pull on a gold ticket and 2 silver tickets. It's not an opportunity a lot of people get, so I am super grateful for that. If you guys want me to do a video talking about how I do PvP, and if you think it'll help, let me know, because that would be like a really long video of just hints and tips and things like that you probably already heard before. So if you think it'll help, let me know. Just drop me like a message saying that, like, yeah, it'll be helpful, or be like, no, don't waste your time, you know, you can totally do better things with your time. But with that being said, that is the video for now. If there are any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to drop them down in the comments below, and I would be happy to reply once I find the time to. But as always, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And as always, PS as always, until the next time, take it easy.